The title reads, had one date back in January, and then we haven't met since. Well, we're in mid-March at the moment, so you haven't seen your girl for 2 whole months. Doesn't sound like she's that into you if she hasn't seen you for 2 months, but let's see what this guy has to say. I matched with a gorgeous girl on Bumble. We hit it off quickly and then decided to go on a date. Good start, so it sounds like a couple of messages back and forth, maybe a couple of days, and then he organised the date. You know, if it feels right, go for the date, guys. Don't bore her with constant texts asking, "Oh, how was your day? How was the weather? How was work?" You're gonna bore her to death. If the vibe's there, ask her out because that's how you create that attraction and chemistry in person. He says the date went very well and ended with a kiss. Okay, it's good that he ended with a kiss. Too many guys go on multiple dates and they don't make a move, and it gives off that friendship vibe, and it also shows you have no confidence to make the move. A woman's going on a date with you not to be a friend, she wants to be in a love story, so she's up there ready to be kissed. She's on a date with you, so you've got to make sure to make that move. This guy seems like he did make a move, so everything so far he's doing really well. With message almost non-stop up to the day and even after. So every day, intensive messaging. Okay, I think this is where the guy is starting to drop the ball. So, you know, initially he says the date went really well. Again, I feel like guys kind of overemphasize how good a date is without taking the woman's point of view into it. Like, he might have thought it went really well, but she might be thinking something completely different. And given that she hasn't seen you for 2 months after the first date, shows I don't think the date went as well as you thought, bro. You're kind of putting that date on a bit of a pedestal. And then the second mistake is he says that he was messaging her intensively every single day. So again, you went on a great date and now you're messaging her constantly, not giving her any space to breathe, not giving her that time to miss you. So yeah, you're kind of stumping yourself in the toe here. He says they sent some sexual messages back and forth. The date was back in January now. Again, you're already talking about sexual stuff. You've only had a kiss on a first date. You're probably jumping the gun to get to the sexual stuff. And if you do want to bring up something sexy to her, it needs to be in person, because over text it shows a lack of confidence, and also she can take it in the wrong way, especially as you only met her for one day. So she might be a bit put off by that. She also might feel the pressure now that you're talking about sex over messaging, and she's probably thinking, okay, this guy's going to try and sleep with me on a second date when I'm not ready, and that's going to turn her off really quick. He then says, yes, we are both busy, but surely you make time. Well, yeah, look, she'll make time to meet you no matter how busy she is if she likes you. She's going to make time for Zac Efron. She's going to make time for Brad Pitt. But she's not making time for you because she's not that into you, bro. You know, and you should only... I know I've learnt this, like, over the last few years. I'm in a wonderful relationship now. But I remember I just kind of kept women around who weren't crazy about me. And that's such a waste of your time. You want to be with a woman who has genuine burning desire for you, because it makes your life so much more easier. It makes your relationships feel so much more fulfilled. And it just sounds like this girl's not that into you, bro. So leave her be, find a woman who's absolutely crazy about you, and trust me, you won't be able to go back after that, because you will only accept a woman who has those feelings towards you going forward. She doesn't drive right now, and I've offered to go to where she lives for a coffee or something to eat or whatever. So it sounds like he wants to drive maybe an hour or two to come and see her. He's putting in all the effort, and he's just going to go for something casual like coffee. Bro, if you're going to travel all that way, you need to be setting up something a bit more than just coffee. But again, if she was interested in you, she'd make the effort to come and see you, or she'd at least offer to meet halfway. But this guy's getting a bit... Well, he's kind of trying to push the agenda here, and he's not reading the signs that, yeah, she's just not really feeling it right now. She says she's keen, but then something always comes up. Again, yeah, she's going to make excuses because she doesn't want to upset you. She doesn't want you to lose your shit. And she won't make excuses for the man of her dreams. And again, that's completely fine. From your point of view, she's showing you exactly how she's feeling in a woman's way, because obviously she won't say it directly. This is great because you're like, you've had one date with her, you realise that she's not that into you. Great, don't waste any more time on her and find someone who is going to be much more keen to meet you. This is great. You're not wasting any time. You can move on to the next person. But I'm guessing this guy doesn't get on many dates with attractive women, so he's just putting all his eggs in this basket, and he's just wasting time. We spoke about the above and she agreed we need to make time, but again, nothing is happening. Well, trust her actions over her words. At this point, you've made it clear that you want to meet up with her. The ball's in her court now. If I was you, I would just say, hey, reach out to me again when you have availability to meet on a date. Until then, have a good life, and don't ever message her again. And if she does contact you, that's the time to set up a date. If she comes out with more excuses, then again, just say to her, look, I'm only interested in meeting for a date. Contact me when you're free and we'll go on a date. Great. But don't go into this situation where you're just messaging back and forth, because you're just going to get blue balls and you're going to be firmly in the friend zone. He says, I finally cracked last night and basically told her I'm concerned nothing is happening, etc. So yeah, you're losing your cool now. You know, you're not showing that masculine traits of being calm under pressure and knowing what you want. You're getting a bit snappy. This is going to turn her off even more, and she's going to feel pressured by you. So again, the best thing to do is just to take away your attention from her. When you take your attention away from a woman, usually they feel much more attracted to you, and they're going to start chasing you to think, oh, what happened to this guy? He was so into me, now he doesn't message me. You know, is he talking to another beautiful woman? Oh no, I need to step in and make sure I organise a date with him before I lose him. Because right now, it sounds like she's just using you for some attention, and she's probably meeting other guys on the side, bro. Like, you're just her sloppy seconds at the moment, and it's just not a good look. Final paragraph. Considering we have been chatting through text, phone calls, oh my god, they've been talking on the phone as well. I'm guessing these phone calls probably last 2-3 hours late on into the night. You should be having these conversations in person, bro. Sending voice notes and pics every day. It seemed we were going somewhere, but it was worth continuing with, but I don't want a pen pal. Yeah, you don't want a pen pal, so I'm glad you finally seeing that. Like I said, I'll just end it here. Cut contact with her. Don't give her an ultimatum, but basically say to her, look, I really like you, but I want to see you in person. When your schedule frees up, please reach out to message me and we'll set up a date. In the meantime, have a good life and just move on. And during this period, you should be dating other women, because quickly you'll realise that this woman isn't worth the time of day, and there's many more beautiful women out there who are going to be crazy about you, and you'll forget about this woman in T-2 seconds. Anyway, that's all guys. Cheers. See ya.